Okay. This is Eden Drive. My name is Benny. I'm a judge for the RPG Maker Game Jam, and this game has been kind of wiling out on me and vibrating and doing crazy stuff. Always dash on, because it just wants to be crazy. But let's play this game, Eden Drive. Eden Drive does not... Yeah, there we go. Oh, ouch. It does not follow the rules and linearity of a traditional game. Are you sure you want to start a new playthrough? No, I'm good. Alright, that was it. Quit. No, just kidding. Let's play the game. Let's, ow! It's turn. Let's ready to begin. Year 2085. The decaying metropolis of Neokotora, Old Circuit District. Oh, hello. Dang, I'm not feeling too good. Whoa. What the? Who's this woman? She's in a hurry, isn't she? Time to go. Okay, there's no... Oh, crap. Ugh. Krusty Joe's Pizza. Nope, we're not going Krusty Joe's Pizza, are we? Yeah, I like this. No, we can't go there, apparently. Okay, oh. Where are we going? Ever read Cyber Slayer? That comic predicted half the mess we're in. Look at that person at the news. Those hackers at the Node think they're better than the corporations. They're just a bunch of nerds, if you ask me. Hackers talk big, but they don't do nothing for us. Colorful graffiti on trash bins reading Neurocore Lies and Free Your Mind, Delete Your Chip is like some Detroit Become Human type stuff, isn't it? You seen those digitalist weirdos? They're handing out flyers promising eternal life. Liberate Tear X. Bada boom. Can someone tell me what this says? It'll be funny to see what it actually says if anyone speaks Japanese. If it actually says bada boom, I'd be surprised. Stocks with Cyber Slayer comics, often bootlegged and badly translated. Heard the drone patrol caught a kid tagging a mind-safe ad board. 3 months in corp jail. Harsh. Saw some guy in shades lurking around yesterday. Thought he was just another wannabe, but he gave me chills. Careful with those neurocore implants. Implants. I heard they spy on your dreams. Creepy stuff. Okay. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. People laugh at Cyber Slayer, but those old comics taught me more than my parents ever did. Someone hacked into the TV screens last night, broadcasting Cyber Slayer episodes all over Old Circuit. Legend. What's Cyber Slayer? Is this a car that is working, or is it a wreck? Because that car looks exactly the same. Or is it a trash? Are these just trashed, or is this how cars are looking in the future? Parking sideways in a normal parking zone, so I don't know. Old Circuit ain't much, but at least Neurocore doesn't have its cameras watching every street. Yet. Power went out again last night. Yeah, this is like everything's gone to crap. Lost my job to a vending machine. Wish I was kidding. Neon-colored graffiti stating, "Welcome to Old Circuit, Neokotora's finest glitch." Neon Sign says, "Stop climbing random ladders. I'm trying to find where to go. If you know where I need to go, then I won't climb your ladder." Legal medications and a few questionable simulants. I want some of those, thanks. I'm definitely not okay. Mind-safe personal consciousness backup system. Oops, it seems your vital signs have abruptly ceased. Don't panic. This happens more often than you'd think. Your current physical status, deceased. Backup consciousness status, ready for activation. Warning. This system will now shut down to reboot your digital consciousness. Please confirm. Shut down what? Second warning. The system will now shut down to reboot your digital consciousness. Please confirm. I don't want to die. You have been warned. Shutdown is imminent. Please relaunch the application. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Have to actually close the actual window, and I have to open the window again. I'm glad it recaptured immediately. City of Neokatora, year 2085, apartment number 1986. Usually the numbers don't have commas in them in that sense. Oh great, more spam. Just what my productive day needed. MindSafe? Never heard of it before. Hey, can you hear me? Am I coming through? Whoa, what the heck? Did my cloud storage just get possessed? Something like that. Look, we don't have much time. Actually, wait, technically I have all the time in the world now, right? Who's this Katara? Eden, what are you doing inside my computer? Is this a joke? Because I'm way too sober for this. I wish, but this is my backup, you adorable, unemployed, overgrown toddler. My consciousness is now safely stored in your cloud. Surprise! You uploaded your brain to my cloud without asking? Well, mine was getting hacked every other Thursday. Yours had fewer pop-ups and way less spyware. Congrats on that, by the way. Who did you hack this time? I don't remember, but if I'm here, it means that I'm dead. Eden, what? Pretty dead. Can't remember why, though, but knowing me, it was probably spectacular. And you think casually haunting my desktop is the best way to tell me? Think of me as your new digital roommate. Except I don't pay rent, and I won't leave dirty dishes everywhere. Win-win. What? Now get off that stupid chair and go investigate. Last thing I remember was strolling around Old Circuit. I guess this is officially the weirdest Tuesday ever. Oh, buckle up, buddy. You received tablet. Open your inventory anytime to summon Eden's digital copy and have a lovely chat. Okay. Eden is now inside your device. I saw something change in my file structure because I have it behind my game window. But what's it called? This is similar to another game in the game jam. I actually shouldn't say because I don't know if judges that are present have played it or not. So, no, seriously, look. Oh, what? It just made the game window itself appear. Did you find her? I wonder what sorts of strange things you could do with the Eden drive. Yeah. Eden stats. You have to open it up, I guess. A notepad. A JSON file. HP max value 5 digits. Other stat max value 3 digits. Right, so let's get out of here and see what happens next. Okay. Concepts. Eden. Friend, hacker, tomboy, cyber augmentation aficionado Eden died and is now in your cloud. She was quite popular among the hacking community in Neokatora, and probably made someone really angry. Is this easier to use a mouse with? I think it is. Because it's not really made for... It's harder to use with... what's it called? Keyboard. Maybe it's better with controller. Mouse. You can use a controller, but mouse is better? Okay, I see. Oh. Items, tablet. Okay. Travel to the district of Old Circuit? Yep, okay. But it is nicer to... For me, it's nicer to move around the city with arrow keys, so it's a little bit of a weirdness, but well. Old Circuit, here we go. I just don't like the feeling of moving around a... city as a character with a mouse. Unless, like... For instance, if it was built around that, you can... There are scripts. You can make the cursor custom, and you can make the you can customize when you click on the screen the little square that it to make it look nicer, to make it feel like this was designed around a mouse. And you can technically use the mouse for menu and keys for everything else, but I don't quite like that unless you can use WASD optionally, because WSD and mouse is less awkward than arrow keys and mouse. So how come you don't remember? Can't remember why you died? Don't know. They might have messed with my cyber augmentations. And before, yeah, and that's optionally. They both work. Fine, where do we go from here? I think I remember crossing the street and reaching a dark alley behind that clinic. Okay. Behind that clinic? Sure. Okay, let's go. Which one's the clinic? Crossing the street, dark alley behind the clinic. Oh, I already found a glitch. That's a possibility glitch. So what am I doing? Dark alley behind that clinic. Which clinic? Is this the clinic here? Oh, okay. Is it this way? This guy here, is it? Oh, there's a possibility glitch there too. Whoopsies. Go away. Okay. The clinic. I can't tell which one's the clinic. Dark alley behind the clinic. That's the club. That's pizza. Cross the street. Dark. Oh, there's the clinic there. Okay, dark alley. No, that's apartments. Where's the clinic? Oh, that's the clinic there. Medic. Oh, there. Here we are. Does this charming dumpster-filled alley spark any fond memories? Actually, yeah. I distinctly recall passing out somewhere near that stain over there. Lovely. Yet no crime scene, no tape, no body. I stress, no body. Where the heck is my body? Weird place for a vending machine, is it? They have security cameras, don't they? I have an idea. Okay. Connect me to that vending machine. I'll slip inside, digitally speaking, and pull the security feed. I will say... It'll probably be revealed in time, but I don't know what's happening. What is actually happening? Like, I am a robot and there's consciousness and there's this and that, but I'm kind of a bit lost about what's actually happening. You want to hack a vending machine? Hey, if you know a better way of interrogating snack dispensers, I'm all ears. Plug tablet in the vending machine. So, now that feeling was new. How's this going to work then? Oh, cool. Nice. And a virtual world. Okay, we're in this virtual world. Checking for cam access. 0 is false, 1 stands for true. The current value is 0. Access forbidden. Some sound effects are quite loud. And what do we do now? Wait a moment. Okay. Oh, we have to go into the cam access thing here. And we have to save it. So you can't see it, okay? I'm going to have to capture this. I'm going to pause the timer and show you what I'm doing. Window capture. So I'll just show you my Explorer. Here's my Explorer. So this is what I did. It showed this. It popped this up at the beginning, right? It'll actually pop this up. This is the game folder, right? And it popped this up when they said something, but it was kind of weirdly done, and then they popped it up to say, hey, there's a new Eden drive there, and you go into that, and there's the stats thing, and I will also include this window capture, and I guess I'll just bring it up whenever something is done using this notepad or whatever. This is my notepad++, and it has the Eden stats in here. But for actually what I'll do is I'll be like, I'll just have this as a overlay that I'll have like this, right? And there, that's probably a good way to do it, like this, like that. Okay, I went in there, but then I went into like the vending machine, and then cam access, and this was 0, and it said it's 0 right now. So I set that to 1, I save it, and then I go back to the game itself. Oh, the game itself, why is it not going? Why is the window capture for the game? Oh, it's off the screen now. Okay, there we go. Boom. Okay, so what I'll do is whenever I do something in there, I'll just enable those. I'll enable those layers so you can see it. So I'll press play on the timer again, and we can go through this this now, I believe. Current value is 1. Access confirmed. Nice. Okay. Just like the options one, except a bit more crazy. What the? Ugh. Inaudible. Dang, I feel weird watching this. Let's speed up the tape a bit. People suck. Slow that down. Replay. You didn't rewind to see that? Okay. Okay, that guy with shades definitely did something. Let's keep watching. Sometime later. A nurse picks up Eden's body and just disappears. I've seen enough. Who knew vending machines saw this much drama? Oh, the vending machine saw it. Oh, because you're doing the cam access. I see now. Yeah, I get it now. I only got it afterwards. This guy in shades was messing with something on my head. Did I have something valuable up there? Your dignity. Funny. My memories have been wiped. What about the nurse? Oh, right. MindSafe throws in free medical insurance. Guess they didn't expect the whole resurrection part would come first. She's carrying your body away towards Green Market Clinic right down the street. Perfect. Maybe they know what Mr. Sunglasses stole from my head. It's as good a start as any. So I will say something. I get where this game is going story-wise, but I don't think it's established. It's holding a lot back. It's making us care about, you know, a sort of character that we haven't got any background on, and it's like I'm not quite sure if I really quite know what's going on. I don't have enough grounding about, like, I don't know. It's just quite weird. It's quite floaty. But I do like it overall. I like, and it's very inventive with the editing part. All right, let's head there. Maybe we'll find some answers, or at least your missing dignity. Charming. Now move before I haunt your tablet's browsing history. Because what is the relationship between these two? Did I miss that? Clinic and Hitman. Concepts unlock. That's the mystery. Yeah, I don't know. Because it's all quite, locked behind. There is a sort of thing about revealing information, but I feel like there's more that needs to be established before you start even understanding or caring about anything. Because for example, why would this detective, care and help out and stuff like that? I understand that sometimes this rant is, I'm going to pause and I'll give it about a minute. This rant is about story, but I think with story, I feel like there just needs to be a little bit more establishing happening before these sorts of, twists and turns begin to happen. You need to kind of get the player on board with the panning across the shed type thing. At least it's my opinion. Other people might feel differently, but I just feel like I've been thrust into something I don't quite understand and I can't quite identify with. Hitman. A suspicious dude with shades did a thing to Eden's body. Looked like a hitman or something like that. The Green Market Clinic is a private, surprisingly expensive clinic in Old Circuit District. Entrance is automated and only opens if you have a client badge. Okay, we need a client badge apparently. Where's the clinic again? You're late again. You'd better have a good excuse. Blame Neurocore, not me. My implant glitched out again. Their ads promise perfect cognitive enhancement, but all I got was 20 minutes stuck staring at a loading screen inside my head. Why do people still trust those overpriced implants? Because being average is apparently worse than risking brain freezes? New concept unlocked. Neurocore. Neurocore. Perfecting the art of turning brains into buggy smartphones since day one. Surprised people haven't started suing them yet. Are these concepts that we're learning as the player, or that the Riley's learning? How well not, like, do Riley and them already know about this? Hard to sue. I'm assuming they do, but it just kind of feels, I don't know, hard to sue when you can't remember your lawyer's name. Probably erased by those very same implants they give you. Yeah, I'm asking. Yeah, I think these are questions that you need to ask when you're writing the story. Basically, when you're like, hey, am I doing something? Hey, do you think they're behind what happened to you? Yeah. So I don't know yet, but it's a possibility. Because for me, I like it when a game, see, these concepts and item and everything within it, it sort of pertains usually to the player's, the character's understanding. Neurocore. Why is that sound effect so much louder than everything else? Neurocore Technologies, biggest name in neural implants, selling sharper minds, buggy tech, and conveniently forgotten lawsuits. They rich, dangerous, and evil. Thing is, all these entries, they're just giving me what I already know through the storytelling itself. It just needs to be a little bit more efficient, I feel. That's just how I'm feeling about it. I don't know. Locked. Yeah, see, it said locked, and then Rag's like, locked. Well, we already knew that. Looks like you can't enter without a client badge. Seriously, but I'm dead, and I don't remember ever receiving any. Any ideas? Nope, ask around. Okay. We'll ask around, I guess. We've already talked to most of these people. Krusty Joe's Pizza. That's a funny name for a place. Oh, there we go. I got all of the new issues of Cyber Slayer, the augmented reality comic. So I think there's a nice little foreshadowing with the Cyber Slayer stuff, because at least now we know that it's important, assuming that people, you know, went around and talked. Eden. Eden, never heard of her. How'd you know it was a her, huh? No, just kidding. One shady guys with sunglasses? Dude, is this your first time in Neo Kotora? Well, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Those clinic folks are always losing badges around here. Yesterday someone left one near that other stall over there. Yeah. Looking for a snack. It almost tastes like real fruit. Clinic. Don't know about a badge, but I've seen a punk kid with green hair around here, picking through junk like it was treasure or something. He's still in the area. It feels a bit handholdy. I am liking this overall, but I like the central idea. I'm just like, more of that central idea. I don't quite need, you know, all the... If you can do noir really well, then do it well. But if it's going to center around the editing of the folders, then have it be puzzles to do with that. I'm not sure this stuff is hitting as well for me. Yeah, I found a badge, but I ain't handing it over for nothing. I'm poor and unemployed, bro. Being rich is a state of mind, bro. Don't care about money. I'm looking for an original Cyber Slayer comic, issue 14. Been trying to get my hands on one forever. Bring me that and the badge is yours. New concept, Cyber Slayer comics. Okay. Cyber Slayer, the hero. Not just a comic, it's an augmented reality graphic novel. Okay. We already know... It would be nice if it told me something we didn't know already. I'm looking for an original Cyber Slayer comic, issue 14. Okay. So, just feels a little unmotivated, a little random, just a little. It's a cool place for sure. You came back. So, do you have a Cyber issue? Okay, we just have to remember what it is. It's just a memory game. It has a futuristic Earthbound vibe. Welcome in, Emperor Kellich. Yeah, it kind of does in the way that a lot of RPGs have. 14. And welcome in. How are you doing? Did you enter this jam, or are you just a fan of RPG Maker games in general? Either way, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm very happy to have you here. That's a collector's item these days. You're in luck. I got a beat up copy, but it ain't cheap. I have a very good reason to get that comic, and that is Neurocore. We're going against Neurocore. Poetic, but I don't see what... Okay. Eden. I'm investigating on a dear friend's death. What? Tell me more. Heya. Whoa, this is just the inspiration I need to write my own graphic novel. Thanks for sharing your story with me. Here's your issue. You received comic. My head is underneath this this board here. It's pretty... I like this one. This is nice. It does feel a bit scattered. I like the editing of the notepad. I want more of that. I want to play around with the editing stuff, because that was really fun. I'm looking for an original. Yes, we've got it. Got your Cyber Slayer comic, a bit roughed up but authentic. No way, you're a legend. Here, take the badge. It's all yours. Pleasure doing business. All that trouble for a comic? Seriously? Apparently nerd credit is worth more than actual credits here. That's a really weird currency for a place like this. I believe you rated me a while ago. Came with a rate. Oh, that's awesome. Yay, yay. That's great. Thank you for attending. And yes, I will continue to raid cool people, and you must be a cool person, yeah, because we rated you, and yeah, welcome in. I can't remember, do you play RPG Maker games on your channel, or was it something else? Maybe I came in on a raid, I don't know. New file appeared on your computer. Open folder. Okay, so now what it does is here we got some more opening of folder stuff right here. Oh, you're correct. That's right. I think I remember now. Yes, you're creating one. That's awesome. So what the game does is it does this thing where oh, the window capture isn't working for this. For some reason, it's not showing. Oh well. I'll just get rid of that one because at least you know that I'm opening folders in my real thing, and then we open up the badge data. It says days valid, and let's just say, I don't know, 9999999. Does that work? But yes, this is part of me judging for an RPG Maker game jam. Oopsie. But this is one of the entries. Badge says active, opening door. Yippee! Third visit this week. It's the new implant. Nice. Let's save. Hopefully you're doing well. We'll just chill. Just chill and relax. Welcome to Green Market Clinic, your trusted partner for health and happiness. Say your name if you have an appointment, or say excuse me if there's one of those awkward walk-in situations. Riley. No appointment. Okay, wait, maybe Eden. Say your name. Sense of humor detected. Haha. Excuse me, how can I help you? I was hoping you could help me find information about a recent patient, a friend of mine. She was brought here very recently. Sudden death, ring any bells? Any is cut off. I'm afraid patient data is confidential, unless your family or a licensed investigator, which, no offense, you don't look like either. My cyber hands are tied. She's charming, isn't she? I've got this. Can you at least tell me how one might obtain confidential files around here? This is Old Circuit, not the business district, for crying out loud. Typically one doesn't, unless hypothetically speaking, someone could help me bypass certain tedious administrative restrictions. Maybe then I could experience a sudden lapse in memory protocols. Are you suggesting that we hack your systems for you? I would never, but purely hypothetically, the terminal beside me suffers from frequent glitches, causing me, in turn, to temporarily forget confidentiality protocols. Accidents happen. Wow, the AI receptionist is morally ambiguous. Impressive coding. Is it really? Or does it do that by default? With my experience with AI, it will not have morals unless you code them in. Oopsie. Plug Eden into the terminal. Yes. Still feels weird. Let's go. Okay. Now what are we doing? Empathy level 100. Sarcasm level... Oh, we're hacking into people and changing their variables. So let's open up. Not that one. Green Market Clinic. Empathy. Sarcasm. Wow, what do we need? I don't even know. What is this one here? Clinic forced. Oopsie. Green Market AI functions. Always be polite. As long as this file exists, AI politeness will be forced. Have a Green Market day. Oh, maybe I should change that file name. I'm doing stuff behind the scenes. I'm hacking. The bridge. Oh, let's have the bridge 1. So now when we're in the game, yeah, there's a bridge there now. Woohoo! Current memory cycle 21 days. Maximum capacity 84 days. To disable the automatic memory deletion protocol, enter the interval in days. Interval must be the lowest common multiple. Oh, lowest common multiple? Really? Sorry. Current memory cycle, maximum capacity. No, I didn't even pay attention. So here's the thing you did. You gave the variables and then you said the what's it called? You gave the variables and then you said the question. Lowest current multiple, common multiple, I think, right? 2184. Lowest common multiple of those two, and so now I didn't remember the numbers, but now it's 2184. Lowest common multiple. Isn't it highest? Wait, what's lowest common multiple again? Oh, isn't it? 21 times 84. Or is it the lowest common denominator? I thought it was the lowest common denominator. Let me search this, because I'm pretty sure it should be lowest common denominator. Well, there is lowest common multiple, but it's different. Oh, no. Yeah, see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was right. Lowest common multiple, this is wrong. The lowest common multiple of 21 and 84 is 21 times 84. No, it's not. It's 84. My bad. So the lowest common multiple is 84 times 1 is 84. 21 times 4 is 84. So they gave it correct. It's 84. Yeah. The bridge here, we need to edit the bridge. So I'm going to try doing this. Editing the bridge to be 0. There we go. Nice. Forced politeness, checking if active. Bypassed. Boom. Okay. And now we edit the bridge to be 1. And we're back in, and it will do that. Oopsie. And now we edit the bridge to be back to 0. And it will do that. I edited off screen. Empathy, sarcasm level 0. And now let's do sarcasm 100, empathy 0. That'll be funny. Yeah, that's cool. Unlocked, boom. Oh, it's you again. Apparently someone just accidentally removed all my confidentiality restrictions. How unfortunate. This sudden and completely unintended malfunction has conveniently made certain confidential files fully accessible. Oops, I have tabbed out of the timer, but it's still there. It's just because I was looking at another a PDF. This sudden and completely... a new document has been added to Eden Drive. Open folder now. Okay. Now I just do the window capture. Oh, because it's a new window capture. That's why. That one there. And see, it's got medical report right here. Oh my gosh, how do I... Okay, and we open the medical report, and I'm doing a lot of window capture stuff. I should probably pause the game, pause the timer a bit while I do this window capture stuff. And I will make it bigger. I'll make it like that big, right? That's pretty big there, and then I'll crop it off like that. Green Market Clinic autopsy report, case number. Let's bring the timer over here, and I'm having to do lots of timing things. I like the mapping so far. Nothing too cluttered, and not wide open empty rooms. Exactly, Emperor. Yes, exactly. I like that too. All right, let's turn the timer back on again. So as we read, good mapping. Green Market Clinic autopsy report, case number blah. Date of examination, March 12th, 2084, time 3:20, subject details, gender female, 28, build medium, complexion dark brown, hair color brown. Cause of death, acute neurological overload resulting in catastrophic cardiac arrest. Evidence strongly suggests external sabotage of neural implant. We did know that. No visible external trauma or injuries aside from minor abrasions consistent with sudden collapse. Post-mortem incision noted, posterior cervical area, nape of neck indicating unauthorized extraction. Internal examination, cardiovascular respiratory systems intact. I'm just going to skim read. Blah, blah, blah. Carnal. The removal of the neurocore, neural tissue adjacent to blah, blah. High voltage interference, precision and method indicates skilled intervention. Missing. Critical to determine precise circumstances. It does sound... It's probably not AI. I'm really sorry, but it does sound AI. Just a little bit. Death was caused by externally induced by friends with yeah, I'm on a it has been editing, it has been creating files in my actual computer folder and showing me them. So that's why it's kind of hard to show what it's doing without showing my entire screen. So it's been making the thing itself pop up and stuff like that. Looks like my memory of this incident also mysteriously vanished. Oops. Have a green market day, creepy grin. Sounds like someone writing a false medical report. Sort of. Yeah. In a way, yes, yeah. Sample storage. What am I doing, by the way, with next? Dangerous looking numbers on the terminal now. Dangerous looking numbers. Okay. Alright, we've got the autopsy. Let's get somewhere safe before... Oh? Before what exactly? I wonder if this is the hitman. I believe this is a good moment to state I have no combat skills whatsoever. I strongly suggest you end your little investigation right here. You're digging into things beyond your comprehension. Says the guy who steals implants from dead people in dark alleys. Got him. Trust me, being dead is better than what's next if you keep meddling. And next time I won't be so polite. Well, that was a very polite hitman. Well, that went fabulously. At least now we know we're on the right track. Great, remind me again why I'm helping you solve your murder. Because your life was boring before I showed up. Fair point. So where are we headed now? I have an idea. There's this place called The Node, northeast of here. It's where hackers gather and do stuff. Removing the implant may have erased my memories, but we can find traces of what I was up to and why it pissed off Neurocore. I will say there's a lot of jokes in this game, and I don't think the game itself benefits from joking, because the joking removes me from the immersion that would have made, in my opinion, a game like this more compelling. If there was no joke, well, you know, maybe the odd joke here and there, but mostly taking it seriously, I actually would have been quite immersed in a murder mystery type thing. But I think the tone here is taking away from its from my interest, my engagement. That's just what I'm feeling right now. Parallaxing isn't too heavy. Some parallax so intense you got to hope for the best because you can't see. Exactly, yeah. As for the mapping, it's really great. I do like it. I think that the developer, you're good enough at storytelling that you can take it seriously without having to put jokes in. That's my opinion. And it would benefit a game like this quite a lot more. I do love a comedy game, but I don't think this story benefits from the comedy approach. That's my opinion. That's just my personal opinion on it. Power grid is ancient tech. At least blackouts keep... Because, for example, if you made the hitman legitimately scary, this is a kind of scary situation, this type of thing, I feel like it would increase the urgency of trying to find just a little more care taken to tone, I think, would bring me more into the story itself. Kind of like the dark humor, personally. I don't mind that it's dark humor, but for me it takes away from the... I like comedy that has a stable baseline reality. And it just sometimes, if the baseline reality isn't super believable, then I can't get too invested in it. And I think that's sometimes... And it can contain jokes and also have a baseline reality, I feel. Because I love a very funny game. I mean, Deltarune's coming out soon, and that is an amazing, hilarious game, but it's all rooted in baseline reality of the conflicts inherent. And I know you don't like Undertale, Liberty. I know you don't like Undertale. Well, you don't. You find it underwhelming. That's fine. Fewer jokes would keep the ones you keep better too. Yeah, and I think it's just the way you do them. It doesn't need to be fewer jokes, but I just feel like for me it would... What's the code word? You played it to completion, indeed. Tell them it's a rocket. Bucket. It's a no-go. Riley, why? It just feels like, because if there was this futuristic system where there's neural implants and there's hitmen and stuff, I don't think they'd make jokes like this. That's just how I feel. Ah, the Node, my home away from, well, everywhere. You hackers really lean to the stereotypes. Last door on the corridor, next to the safe, used to be my booth. And I do love sci-fi and jokes, because I like Guardians of the Galaxy, but yet again, they rooted in baseline reality, in my opinion. Last door on the corridor, next to the safe, used to be my booth. Can someone reboot the coffee machine? It's trying to unionize again. You use chamber pots as the party heal. Hey, if it makes sense, it makes sense. I'm going to pause to read this one just so that I keep the amount of time. I mean, her medical insurance has revival possibilities, so I don't see why they'd be that serious about it. Yeah, I guess so. My personal experience is that I'm not being drawn in because I don't believe in the universe. I don't think this would actually happen, and I'm not really sure. I don't feel the conflicts. I haven't attached to the characters. So that's how yeah, and everyone's different with a story, but this is what I'm feeling, and I'm explaining why I'm feeling the certain way, just so that, you know, I might not be the niche for this game. You know, but it's just how I feel about it, and that's, yeah, I'm just explaining how I feel. We all feel better after good. Yeah, right. Yeah, Emperor, that's true. Alrighty, I'll resume the timer. Who took my Cyber Slayer Volume 3? Confess or I'll leak your browsing history. Anyone got a spare identity lying around? A fridge covered in stickers from hacker conventions, bars, and ramen shops from distant places like New Berlin and Cyber Seoul. Clogged sink with a faded note. No dumping coffee grounds or corporate secrets here. Seriously. Yeah, see, it's very, there's a lot of jokes all in, you know. And it's nice when there's a lot of jokes, but sometimes it takes away from the baseline reality. That's what I'm feeling, at least. Sup. Okay. All right. A cardboard box stamped property of Neo Shanghai Cyber Hub. Inside, loose cables and an old Cyber Slayer comic. All right. Have I missed something? I was supposed to come in here, right? Oh, reboot the coffee machine. Broster man. Wasn't I supposed to come in here, or I can't remember? Oh, yeah, I'll try and figure it out myself there, Liberty. I'll just... sometimes I do those, what's it called? Questions, rhetorical questions. There's a private, surprisingly expensive clinic in Old Circuit District. Entrance is automated and only opens if you have a client badge. You missed her talking. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll just, yeah. I'll figure out what needs to be done. I don't want to be influenced too much about where to go. All right. So next to the safe though. Where is the safe thing? It's a safe. It's locked. Stop. It's locked. Well, that's Eden's spot you're eyeing. Off limits unless you're one of us. House rules, dude. I'm here on her behalf, kind of literally. Hi. That's quite the AI you've got there. Yeah, you know, AIs these days. Liberty, I know. You're being passive aggressive right now. I know. Jeez. I have to judge based on my own understanding without external... Yeah, anyway, whatever. Wig. Anyway, you got to give me a bigger reason than that. Talk to me once you got your ideas sorted. No backseating. It's time to use the concepts. Fill in the following sentence with the right words from your concepts list to convince Zero that you're doing it for a worthy cause. Okay. Only half joking. Sorry, Cam of Grumpy. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just trying not to be influenced. Tutorial. Use your concepts to fill the question mark progressively, starting from the first one. If Riley manages to unveil the plot, Zero will trust him with access to Eden's booth. Okay, let's begin. As read in the question mark, Thing was killed by an implant that was later removed by probably because the Blah had found incriminating evidence against Blah. So I think, as read in the autopsy report, Eden was killed by an implant that was later removed by the hitman, probably because someone had found incriminating evidence against someone. Oh no, I don't know. Oh, I can't see what it had. What did it have? Eden? No, I didn't mean to do that. Just get me out of there. Wait, I didn't press anything to make the game close. I just pressed escape and click. Oh, maybe it clicked escape the main menu thing. Load. I did save, right? What's the code word? Tell them it's rocket. Okay. Ah, the node, my home away from... Oh, yeah. There, yeah, it did say. It did say. But it is just a quick thing, and if you interact with everything, then you'll find it, and that's fine. No tutorial. Let's begin. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot this. What it should have, in my opinion, because you can show the message while you show choices. So just show this message and have the choices right there. I don't know why it should have the message in one and then you click space and then it has the choices in the next. So I'm going to screenshot this for my own viewing. Agreed. Is need the message shown? Yeah. And that was like earlier with the other thing where it was where it said the question and then it said the variables, then it said the question, and then it forced you to answer. And it should actually just have them all in the same thing, or have the question then the variables. It's just thinking about the order. As read in the autopsy, Thing was killed by an implant that was later removed. The math question. Eden was killed by an implant that was later removed by the hitman. Probably because... Let's just say Eden had found incriminating evidence against Neurocor. Neurocor did what? Eden deserved that. Here's your key card. Go inside and make us proud. Yay. Let's save. I understand the story. Whoopee! Okay, but in all UI things aside, that was a great puzzle. That was a really good puzzle, and now I understand the Neurocor stuff. It is for the player because by the end of it, it's kind of testing your understanding of the plot, that you're paying attention. I've played a game recently called Rise of the Golden Idol. That is sort of like that, where you have to try and understand your environment and then solve a logic puzzle based on the plot. That was a very good puzzle. I like that, filling in the blanks. It's just, even literally with baseline, no plugins, you can have a message appear at the same time as the choices. Made use of the prompts you found, kind of like in Final Fantasy II. That's true. I've never played Final Fantasy II, but I have played games where you collect prompts, and it's very clever. Yeah, it's good. It is a lot of different types of mechanics to add into one game jam game, like the editing and the that sort of thing. Maybe one or the other would have been nice, but I'm not ready for this epic moment of glory. Yeah, see, there's probably a good example why, and I'll be clear with Liberty, this is why it bounces off me in particular, is just because I'm not, I like the baseline reality, and not that it's like a constant barrage of jokes from the dev towards me. To me, that indicates a dev that doesn't trust their own storytelling skills. It's sort of, I want to feel for Eden. I want to feel for the main character, and I think we should have some sort of feeling, and I just think it's a missed opportunity, because I think the story is actually pretty good if it was taken seriously. It doesn't need to be undercut by jokes. Alright, information incoming. This is definitely my realm. And I do think the storyteller is very good at telling stories, which is why I usually just say, trust your storytelling abilities, and it doesn't have to be a fourth wall breaking joke all the time. Wait, is that road leading where I think it's leading? Living Me was paving the way to the Neurocore server, wasn't she? See, this is also a very cool concept. I like the concept a lot. Let's move. User Eden blacklisted. Yeah, and I like this because we're using a lot of the out of the editing thing. So I think the editing mini game is very good. Okay, let's share this screen. I'm going to pause the timer because I'm sharing the screen. It's using a lot of external documents and stuff, and I've played a horror game in the past few years that kind of oh, that's the wrong one. That kind of utilizes that, and it's very cool. You know, it's a very cool and innovative way of sort of, you know, you have to look at outside documents and folders. Specifically, they lead you to a website that really existed to sort of go through documents. Alrighty, so here we've got all the stuff. User Eden blacklisted. And then what? What do I do here? The Neurocore. Badge data. I'm just thinking if what do I need to do? Let's scroll through. Oh, sorry, I press play. Action required. Sorry, it's so many streamy things I have to take care of. Pretty cool. Echo Ghost Valley Shade. All right, so let's take away this stuff. Is there anything else I can do? I can't go to the menu. User Eden blacklisted. Hello, welcome in, Alice Venture. How are you? How are you going? I'm playing a game called Eden Drive. It's a very interesting thing. Okay, I'm looking through my folders to see what's going on. How are you going, Alice Venture? Hopefully things are well. Eden stats, badge data. Nice, nice. Cam access. Trying to find the what's this game about? It's about finding it's about a lot of things, honestly. It's quite difficult, but it's a futuristic game about selves, identity, hacking, and it uses hacking real life files and folders to sort of represent hacking real structures. So for instance, it created this PDF file that I'm showing now. This is the current puzzle. I have to figure out how this relates. Repeated breaches, Eden, ID, NC, blah, blah, blah. I'm just wondering if there is something I will capture my window, because what they've been doing is they've been creating folders within my folder structure of the game to sort of figure out. So this is Clinic Empathy. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry, I have to figure out which one is right. There's so many window captures I have to go through. There we go. Sarcasm, Empathy. This is the Clinic Security one. Bridge. Eden stats. See, with the medical report, there's so much. I don't know quite how to change my identity. Given all that, user equals Eden, blacklisted. But how do I make it not the user not Eden? Maybe I have to change this Eden stats thing. Heard about such cases, but they're Easter eggs, not the main game. Yeah, they've sort of introduced it pretty well as the main game. Now, there we go. There's the blacklist thingy. Maybe I change it to 0. Yeah, maybe if I copy it, but I make it, if I change this to 0, what will that do? 0 stats like that. No, it's still Eden. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Neuro. See, it says, okay, sorry. I have to keep changing what I'm showing. Boom, and then go boom. It says blacklist, blacklist there. I have to pause the timer because it's really awkward. So Neurocore has blacklist here, and when I open it, it comes up with that blacklist document. But what am I supposed to do? Green Market Clinic. No. No. Yeah, bridge. No. I don't know. Just walking around in the game itself. Won't let me go to menu. See, it says here, user Eden blacklisted. Right? Oh, I don't want to delete that one. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, there's no user Eden blacklisted. Okay. I'm going to turn the timer on. What about if I went into the Eden Drive thing itself and I was like the game itself. Neurocore. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, if I delete it. There we go. Bypass. Boom. There we go. Delete it. Yeah. I forgot that you can delete the things like that. Good. Alrighty. Whoa. Data overload. Okay, deep breath. Wait, I don't breathe. Focus. Neurocore, those bastards. I found proof they were deliberately sabotaging implants, extracting private data, spying on people, even hijacking mines. That's what I called a scumbag move. Yeah, no wonder they killed me. Now they live in the digital realm, I can go there and expose them. It's time to finish this. Wow, they're all charged up. Crazy. Oh, wow. What's this? Unauthorized access detected. Cerberus, identify yourself. Hi, remember me? You messed with my head, literally. Eden, your neural signature is marked as eliminated. You should not exist. Now we just have a battle. Okay. Oh, I know what I need to do for this. I know. Finally, we have to do this. Okay, so I'll show you. I know what I need to do. I know. So we go here, right? We go to Eden Drive. Eden Stats. Yeah. Yeah, wait. And then we open Eden Stats. And we do like HP. HP max value 5 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other stat 3 digits. Easy. Easy. And now we should have those stats in game. If we click back. Hopefully. Yes. Did it update? Or does it update once I attack? Eden Stats JSON. Wait, is it still there or did I change it? Oopsie. There we go. I just need to try again. Yippee, access authorized. Nicely done, nicely done. Whew. That was pretty cool that it was like foreshadowed at the beginning of the game and then it forced you to think about it by the end. So that would have been a very... those were quite difficult puzzles. I think the game did pretty well in that final dungeon in testing your knowledge of all those different puzzles that you've done so far. It was like, okay, let's test what you've learned and combining different things together. Remember how you deleted? Yeah, you remember that? You know, that sort of thing. Did you hear? Neurocore got hacked. Everything leaked. Corporate sabotage, mind control. The worst of the worst. It should be the worst of the worst. Guess I should get a refund for my implant, huh? Search the net and tell me, is it true neurocore's going down? Yes, privacy violations, human rights crimes, and corporate espionage. Shouldn't they be sarcastic? Neurocore finally crashed and burned. Anyone knows who's behind it? Whatever it was, I owe them a drink. This is a cool little epilogue. It shows the changes that happen in the world due to what you did. So in a way, a baseline reality was sort of enforced, and I have to retroactively sort of go back on a couple things because you did return to the baseline reality. Even if you broke it a few times, you did say, okay, beforehand it was like this, but now Neurocore is, breaking its chains and things are going to be better. And I strangely feel an emotional catharsis finally on the story near the end. I just wish I felt it throughout, But I'm like, wow, that was actually pretty cool what we did, But to be honest, it felt less... Yeah, it felt less about, the murder mystery, which is good. I just think, whatever. Looks like you really did it. Neurocore's finished. Hey, not that bad for a dead girl and her unemployed friend. This is that's a nice, touching line. And it's starting, to get that. The music is working well, so what's next? First, enjoy the fireworks, then we'll see what else needs breaking. Great lines. These are good. Ooh, good ending. Wow. Okay. Thank you for joining Riley and Eden on their ride. Okay. Brought to you by D Dreams Games and Friends. So I really liked that ending. It wrapped it up really nicely. Made me feel better about the story overall. Check out the credits folder for all attribution. Oh, that's nice. And if you're uncredited, please accept our apology and contact us to be credited. Simplistic but good enough. Maybe it's much better if you know the characters through the game and not like me. Yeah, no, it was pretty good. I will give my overall thoughts at the end. I'm not going to say I hated this. I do like it. Goodbye. And then it just closes the window for you. Alrighty. I think it wasn't too simplistic gameplay mechanics-wise. It was actually quite complicated with gameplay. But the story worked its magic. Fair enough. By the end, it was okay. I think I said I changed my mind. I don't want to do it. Can we turn off that scary thing? You're about epilogue? Yeah. Okay, we'll just do it here because I don't want to be jump scared every 3 seconds. Okay. So, Eden Drive. Overall. So, yeah, you did the same. Yeah, I don't want to be jump scared every 3 seconds on the. It's fair enough, but the jump scare is quite jarring. So this is an interesting game for sure. There've been I've noticed in the game jam there've been quite a few games about utilizing RPG Maker's weirdness and bugs and stuff to tell a story. I'll answer your question in a little bit, Alice, but I'll give some feedback to the developer as a judge for this jam. I think overall it's a decent game, and it's very interesting the way that you implemented the creation of folders and files and the clues within the game and interacting with your real life folder and creating some actually very decent puzzles. At the beginning I was like, oh, are you even going to use this hacking minigame type thing? You just make it to edit one variable and that's it. But by the end, you actually used it in some pretty surprising ways. And now I'll answer Alice's question. And how do you think could they hide a secret ending? I'm not sure. I'll be honest, I'm not sure. But it might be fun. It'll be a good idea. How would you think? I am curious. But anyway, as for the graphics, the city felt pretty nice and well lived in. There were some passability glitches. The story, I've already given my thoughts on the story. I feel like it betrayed the baseline reality quite a bit, and I like comedy games, but I felt like there was an opportunity for a game here that hit even harder than it did, but by the end, it did that hitting hard thing, and I was like, oh, actually, that was a nice ending. They wrapped it up quite nicely. I just think that it could have been set up, that whole relationship could have been set up throughout. I still don't quite know the nature of their relationship. Like, how did they know each other beforehand? Did I miss that? It was sort of like up in the air, and that made me kind of interesting. I wasn't quite sure how to glom onto the nature of their relationship. And maybe if I did know a bit more about that beforehand, and if it did take that a bit more straightforwardly, then I would be able to glom onto the story a bit more. But as it was, the gameplay was quite nice. It was a little hard to navigate, but I actually, never mind. That was because I had to stream it, and I had to do the windows. Liberty says, I think it depends on how quickly you connect to the characters. I think because every time they mention someone, so I died, and they're like, what? And then they just let it go, or, and it's like, I guess they can be re-uploaded, but then the stakes are not there. I think it's just the establishing of stakes, and it's just like a hitman named Hitman who goes, actually, I'll be polite to you. And I'm like, well, hitmen usually should be quite fearsome, shouldn't they? And not really like... I don't know, it just felt sometimes a little flaky on those details. So that's what I feel about the story. I just felt, I feel like the author is good at telling stories, but it just needs to be pushed a little more I would like to be pushed a little more in the realistic direction. That's my opinion. But anyway, either way, it's a good game. I liked it. Very well thought out, and very adventurous in its mechanics. Let me judge it based on its different... in the different categories. For theme, which game is this one called again? Eden Drive. Plenty of bucking of expectations here. You certainly go beyond expectations to go into the folders of the game and files to both edit and learn, to both edit the reality of the game and to learn reality that can be input into the game as solution. The protagonists went beyond what was expected of them to return the world to its former state. One of the better examples of sticking to theme. Any improvement on the expectations thing would be marginal, but it can be more clear. Something like that. Yeah. Oh crap, the timer was still going, but the game had finished already. Alright, for gameplay. Now I will say, very clever implementation of gameplay. Yeah, I'm going to be doing another game. I actually plan to be doing games for a little bit. Yep, I might be doing... I'm doing a long stream tonight. So however long you are awake. I missed Alice's thing that said, such mechanic provide a good opportunity for secret ending, but maybe story doesn't need that. Yeah, I've never been one for secret endings, but I'm not going to deny people their secret endings. So I'm basically like, I don't need a secret ending, but if other people like it, good for them, I'm not a person who thrives with secret endings, but I don't dislike them either. Cool, I'm a senior rate. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Thank you. Glad to have your audience, and glad to have you here, BIMLab, as well. Very clever implementation of gameplay. Eden Drive. Bing bong, boom. Really wild folders and files style stuff. Just some questions about implementation of things like the what's it called? The insertion, like the asking of a question after you have the data and you're unable to, and then expecting an answer. Hey, BIMLab, and the raid. BIMLab and the raid. Yeah. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome in. Shoutouts to BIMLab. Good to have you here. Every raid is precious. You were doing art content. Oh, awesome. What were you doing, BIMLab? Were you making some art. Welcome in, Quizzical Jin. Welcome in, welcome in. We're playing RPG Maker games for the RPG Maker Game Jam. My name is Benny. I am a judge for this jam, and I play RPG Maker games sometimes. Just digital drawing, some figure drawing. Nice, nice, nice. Awesome. Awesome to have you here. Drawing figures, how was that? Was it relaxing? And also be aware, you can go and relax if you'd like and do whatever you'd like, or you can stay here and chill with us, or you can relax and chill with us. But just feel free to do whatever you'd like in this raid. We appreciate the raid. Thank you so much, BoomLab. Yeah, figure drawing, that's awesome. It was calming, just hot. Oh yeah, that's right. You said it was hot, wasn't it? Yeah, just needing that fan and that cool. Yeah. At the moment, I'm just giving some judging comments for this game, Eden Drive. You'll be hanging there for a while. Nice, nice, awesome. Good to have you here. And this game, I'm basing it on the 5 judging criteria that I just played, which was theme, which was beyond expectations, how cleverly it tackled that theme, and then gameplay. And I thought it was a very clever implementation. After you have the data and then expecting an answer after. It just had some slight weirdness around inputs when questions came up, but the folders files hacking thing is so wild in its implementation, and the puzzles make so much sense that boosts the score. So I think that's that thing there. Engagement. Now, in the VOD, I go on and on about story. A little. I'm sorry. But basically, I do think that even in a jokey game, baseline reality is appreciated. I think the ending provides this. I would have liked more context to the relationship between the 2 leads. What did Liberty say earlier? I do feel like it could be a prologue to a series of cases and stories focused around the 2 characters. Yes, but I also think if it were, I just would like, yeah, that baseline reality to be like, what is the nature of their relationship and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I missed something. I just felt I need to be grounded in something. Oh, we used to do this or that, and just a bit more structures that make me make sense of the story overall. So I'll put that in there. Just a little more structures that help me to give context to the thing overall. I liked the idea of of freeing the city from the corporation's clutches. It was good, but I think I'm just giving reasons why it didn't totally grip me all the time. Yeah. Presentation. Mapping is good for the whole thing. Nothing too mind-blowing, I must say, but just decent and well done. Yeah, I think it's nothing too mind-blowing, but decent and well done. No bugs as far... Oh, wait, no, there were a few possibility glitches. Yeah. A few possibility glitches in the city and in some other places. Sometimes heads go under objects that should be above them. Cool. Alrighty. That's a decent score. Thank you so much for making this game. Eden Drive, every game is a gift, and I might have gone on and on about story, but I think that's just because I know that you can deliver a great story, and I appreciate it very much. Who made this game, by the way? Do I know them? I just want to have a look. D-Dreams. Do I know any of the other games? Dungeon Dreams. Okay. No, I don't know any of the other games. Oh well. Good game. Thank you for making it, and I will end this recording. If I go offline, I apologize. It's a bug in OBS, but I'm going to stop my recording now, and let me know if I go offline.